So I will ask you to think about this sentence. Women and men are equal today in our organizations. So what do you think personally about it? Just think about it, and then decide. There is a line in the middle of the room, and if you agree, you can go on that side. If you disagree, you can go on that side.
If you are in between.
Okay, this is a moving debate, so you can move all the time, like from one side to another. You cannot stand on the line, but you can move. So.
Like, even in our organizations, we've got Nish, he's a male, we've got inside, we're female, we know they are managers, we've got your chairperson, you understand? So it's equal, both sides. We've got UCLs, there are males and females, I go to ICLs as well, but it doesn't matter, but yeah. It's more like a working place, but
Okay, guys. So this is a stick of speech. So the one who is holding this can speak, and the other one have to listen to him or her. So now I will give the stick of speech on that group. They will give one argument, so one person can speak about one argument, and then to go back on the other side, okay? And the aim is not to convince everybody, like just to build your argumentation and to think about this sentence. There will be another one afterward, okay?
This is equality first. Let's first show you this. This is equality. I'm speaking, he's holding it. Teamwork right there. Let's not first go into our organizations. Let's first take a political party. Take the DA. Gubano Sentlok, Helen Zille. Who's the premier? Whatever, or mayor? Patricia Tendele. That's a woman. Ne? Kubano se parliament and banding book or whatever. And oh, sushi. Bakona na matoto landi so stuff feeling na bakona ko phayana kwisinya ZDA, ne? That akhang. Ban mampela ni bambini. Kubeka ngosihambe ngoku seke organizations zethu. Zakwenza example ngo yabo him. Amaqala ngo TAC. Nyamazi mosisibisa ka Dubula noba wayeko kanye but nyamazi sisibisa ka Dubula. She was on top. Nyamazu sis NG bankana lapha ku SJ Sindile belifana yakhe Peter. No. Why yabo? No phumeza lo. Yabo? Namadoda akhona within the seats yabo phake andibaza amagama abo. Now aqolile nabo ndisho ngosebepha. Yabo? Siya kwa equal education ke ngoku. Uko Doron bapha ezihlalweni khoyiliso bapha ezihlalweni. Kukho niche basezihlalweni concert basezihlalweni kunomandla nabo kwezintsuku balapha bathe xhaxha so to involve everyone, my discussion was that if you take our political parties first, you have your Helen Zilles and your Patricia de Lille's and your Luan de Stofiles that are in top senior management of the DA and whatnot. You take your Akhangs, there's your Mampele, Rampeles, there's also males but I don't know their names. And you go into our organizations like TAC, you had your Viseka Dubulas, your Akolile, Nochwala, SJC, you had your NG Peters, and I do not know the males, but they're all, in top senior management seats. And that, and you take equal education, you have your Dorans, your Liswa, your Nishes, your Ntadis, and it's all equal. Your Mandlas and your Tembas. They're all equal, they do the same work, there's no one who's above anyone, unless the allocation of the job description is different, then they'll do something different. Unless if we both management within the same department, then we'll do basically the same work.
Okay. Yes, thank you. Okay, who wants to answer?
You don't
have to. You don't have to answer directly what she said. You can also build another argument.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us why do you disagree?
Okay, please listen to each other.
Starting from Dalil.
Okay.
Dalil was a member of the Pan-Africanist Congress.
She ran away because she wasn't given power. There were all men on top there, and then she decided to run away and to go and join another lady. Helen Zille is the leader there because she's the founder. If a man was the founder, then there would be no chance for her. That is unequal. And then coming to the African National Congress, since 1994, have you ever seen a lady lead? There was only Phumzile, who was never elected as a president. She was only deputy, because we always deputize. And I think the reason why they don't put ladies up there, because ladies are clever than men. The Bible. As you can remember, Eve was the one who convinced Adam that he was naked. And then coming to Samson and Delilah, Delilah was the one who was able to know where the strength was when everyone else didn't actually get through him. Can you? I'm just trying to show you guys that although we are clever and brilliant, but we never given chances.
Take the stick.
Thank you. Okay, someone has asked.
I'm spokesperson.
No.
Hey, what they don't want?
No, we have, yeah, as you want, but I mean, it's good like to try to share the stick of speech, you know.
You see, I have males and they made me the spokesperson. Equality right there.
No.
Mama, she must say it's my chance. I have the stick. Mama like din 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 din. Dinabi selento. When I say okay. So when I say I hear you. But Phumzile, I forgot to say name even. Yeah, Mlambo Ngoka. She was deputy president. Masiye can talk a president here on deputies. Let's take Angie Motshekga. What is Angie Motshekga? Motshekga. Nyaiva.
President of Men's League.
Exactly. That time yam.
National Commission.
Good.
Yeah, but they're even answering themselves here. You see. So Kengoku. What I'm saying is, though you don't find, like, not majority of organizations and political parties use men and underestimate the power of women, but there are organizations and political parties that actually not confide or that trust within the power of women and the knowledge that you say that the knowledge of women is underestimated. And going back to Lepatka Helen Zille, that Helen Zille is the founder of the DA, and I understand had it been a man would have been the founder. But if you think about it, yes, she was the founder, but there are men that are also in top seats. And we can't help the fact that she is the founder. There are men who are part of the organization and are in senior management as well as women. Yeah,
thank you. Okay, so we don't have only like to focus on this discussion and to make like answer. And you can also come back to this question and think you can give other arguments. And it's really good like if we can share the stick, you know, not only the same person.
On my point of view, we are not equal. I disagree with the fact that women and men are equal. Currently, the leadership is trying to make the women more powerful than men, which is we're coming from patriarchy system, which is the men were rulers. So now they are trying, by all means, to push women to level the things, but then we are not yet in that stage that we can say no, we are equal, because the major position or the key position are being led by a man, and sometimes most of them now. I can mention the things. if you can look at the United Nations, that's the powerful structure that we had above all nations. So most of the people who are representatives there, they are still men. So the only thing that we are trying to uplift the women in the lowest level or in the lower structures of our world. I think that's it.
Okay, we will do it last one, and then we'll go on another discussion. Yeah, cool. Thank you.
Equality. Excuse me. Okay. Testing. Okay, Mamelana, the thing is that, and I'm going to tell you that you said that the question said women and the men are equal in what in our organizations. Understand? And the thing is that, okay. I just want to make an example, like without the organization in our homes, as you said earlier, yeah, that inside the house there are two people that are married and you're going 50-50, you see, and you assist your husband and he also assists you, and there is an equality there because you work together and you do things as one. You understand? And I don't want to go further or to talk too much because I know I talk too much.
I'll add on him.
You see, but I'm just want to give you a clue.
He's talking half, I'm taking the other half. You see?
No. Try. Okay. Someone who didn't speak.
You see the number?
They're scared.
I also disagree with that statement because, for instance, the LGBTI, we have a problem like sort of like this, whereby the gay guys they rule Cape Town Pride, and the lesbian, the woman are not even in the executive of organizing that the Cape Town Pride. So you can see in our organization there's no equality at all. And also in organization like tech, men they take the lead, and the women they are given those small positions. So
Querido.
That's it.
Okay, it's long debate and we can have
Last round.
we go to another one.
To integrate a gender perspective is only women's matters. Do you understand what does it mean? Okay. So it's like, should it be only the business of women to take these gender issues? Yeah, you understand?
And it's
for asikhulanga sasinesikhazi izinto ezibhidayo ndibambhidwa ngoku funeka beyindima yoomama na ukuba sithi ensure into yoba le nto sitha ngayo gender equality iyenzeka na. Ingaba funeka idlala indima yoomama ne so funeka ingaba indima yoomama bakuba soko bethetha be-advocate uba mayenzeke le into na. So uthi si-statement sakhe sithi ke ngoku for uba sithi sithetha ngale nto bathi iyenzeka uthi yindima yoomama. Do you agree or disagree ne? Si-statement uthi ke uthi indima yomama. So uyavuma okanye awuvumi na? Uyaqonda uyasipose istatement uthi yindima yomama. Yindima yomama ukuba ezi issues ze-gender sizibona uba zihamba zikwi-program okanye kwi-agenda yombutho okanye zinto ethathelwa ingqalelo umbutho. Uyavuma okanye awuvumi lani?
Okay, as we don't have much time, we don't make the small groups, just going directly in this big debate.
Yeah.
Very little time, so we can't.
When I, to the statement, I'm kind of confused. Because in earlier, I don't between okay and wait. The reason a woman was born inequality and the men's, so I think it could have what badal endima babona be phana belingana mos yabo so that ke bazosifumana isiportion bazifunayo guys waiting my time then okwesibini ke ngoku namadoda la kumele ayicinga ba no babezabalazile abantu i-pass laws sazilole ngabo ba no sidikiwe i-Ireland passport sifuna kwenziwe kanje sidikiwe uba phaya kwi-rural areas even though our husband they are in town they're staying there, so that's why I'm in between because it depends. It's an important question. Wait, another shot.
I would necessarily say it's really up to the women to making sure that there is equality and so forth. Because I can make an example. When Ophumzile Dlamini-Ngcuka was deputy president, and most of women were on making comments saying that how would we be a country that is led by a woman? We saw all sorts of comments and such comments still are going around now, seeing that we have a premier who is a woman, who's Helen Zille. People still have, mostly the women still make comments about how would we be better if a man ruled the Western Cape and so forth. So I think it's within them that they should start firstly to have what they call sort of a self-esteem about themselves and their abilities and what they can do.
Who didn't speak?
Please.
That's good.
Okay, try to make it short.
Okay. Yes. Nane? My opinion in the matter is that it's not a woman's not priority, but it's not a woman's job to make sure that they integrate a gender perspective. It's only to integrate a gender perspective is only a woman's matter, because take a man. Okay, I'm going to use a household for instance. Yes, the man is the head, the woman is the neck, and without the neck, there's no support. You see. So my point is that when a woman, say we married, and I am facing problems, it's obviously going to affect him, and if he has problems, it's obviously going to affect me. We in this it's a two-way street kind of thing. We in this together. We're a democratic country now because of men and women. We should both take leadership and both take the initiative to actually sort out whatever matters that women face. Because if I face certain matters and he helps me out, and if he faces certain matters, then I can also help him out, iron out those matters. Therefore, there won't be any other if we face any other challenges, then we'll help each other out. It's a two-way street kind of thing. Yes.
Thank you. One on that side, one on that side, and
okay. I think the issue of inequality amongst the genders should be a women's issue, because in most instances, women are the ones who experience, this discrimination and inequality. I don't think it makes sense to expect someone who's on the comfort zone to help those who are not. It doesn't make sense. Even now, when you're chance. No, we are correct. No one. So it should be. I'm the one experiencing this challenge, so I should be the one hustling. We wanna trying to make his video.
Awukwazi jonga
Guys,
ngibala
it takes only to
Now, we will tell
I think we should share to whatever these matters, because the people who make these matters to exist are men. The men are raping, the men are bias beta or babeto mama, they're doing a hate crime. So we must use Otemba to sort of like to help us to fix these men, man, to fix our season, to be good men.
So this question is about how we integrate the gender issues in our organization. Is the proportional representation of women and men the way for gender equality?
50-50.
Yeah, like 50-50. Do you think it is the way for gender equality? Do you understand the sentence? Mm-hmm. Yeah, do you think 50-50 is the solution for gender equality in your organization? I mean,
it's a statement, a question. So Njamba as full.
Is the way for gender equality. I agree.
Agree. Disagree.
I disagree also.
If you're on that side, it means that 50-50 is the solution for you for gender
Man, I saw Benjalo because
the way.
We're not saying we put solution to make things better.
Someone has the stick of speech.
Understand. So
No, we're still explaining.
I'm mobilized. Steps right.
And then
Thank you, Tanya. Firstly, my name is Yusu.
Your mic is working.
Yeah, it's working. As I'm standing here for this side, we're saying that yes, it is a way for gender equality. Because in order for us to make sure that all of the questions that we had before, to ensure that every question that we discussed before, it gets done in a manner that accommodates everyone, we need to make sure that there is gender equality. Because if you're speaking about the workplace, the organization, the political parties that we spoke about before, then it's not even a question of if. It should be something that happens, even though it's not going to happen now. We're still trying to make sure that it happens. We're enforcing those laws that make sure that gender equality exists within the workplace or within the organization. So that's why we're standing here.
cool, thank you.
I am sure I will be like Temba, but I will. I do disagree that we do have 50-50. Just because.
We should. Yeah, we should have 50-50 in the working place, social.
Wait. You will have the.
That is why I said I'm right in between.
You can finish on what you
Yes,
want
ma'am.
to
Okay.
decide. Just finish.
Okay.
Just say what.
Even if it's not right,
Yeah,
but I'll
just
say what
say
I'll
Nothing is right, nothing is wrong.
I've said, I don't think we can have the way of 50-50. That's because even the men, we are working very hard, although we are not married. Just was most of the time you are talking about the couples here, married women and the what. Although we are not married, we are working hard like men. That I was going to say that. And that is why I said I don't know whether I'm
Samubalizer.
Okay, so
Point.
okay.
I don't think it's right. I don't think it's ever gonna be right because of it. Some of us lost our respect and self-dignity. Because when we're working now, we have to tell men that they must take the urine outside and do everything and carry babies at their backs. That is totally wrong. That is not Ubuntu according to me.
Who did not speak?
Okay, just to comment on what you just said, I think those are mainly the stereotypes or those like the cultural what that we have internalized. Oh, it seems right, it makes sense, but it's something that we should strive on to challenge. Change that, make it 50-50. I mean, I'm done walk away. So everyone should, yeah.
I wonder if I want to
they never had to do it before. So
The thing is, I don't want to prolong this issue. I speak a lot, so I don't want to speak. Okay, but if you'll agree on it, will not cut me. I will speak. It's cool if you will not cut me. Okay, I will speak. You see, the thing, what is important here, you should know, as you are standing here, observing and also trying to understand it's coming to that issue that you should understand where do you come from and what you have been taught. Just because by our own doings as us, as black people or let's say colored people, you know that each and everyone has a duty to do things, you see, and we teach different things, men and women, we teach different things. So, to add on what Mom said next to me here, it's going to be, you can't do that thing like to carry a baby as I'm a man. To carry a baby, it's understandable if you agree like to negotiate. It's not like it's commercial, I have to do that thing. It's a very same thing that it's not commercial that I have to cook. Yeah, I have to cook, but through the thing that you've agreed between you and each other that you, okay, now I'll be late, I don't have to cook now, you see. So that simply means by yeah, we agree on that. But saying that it's forcefully, not necessarily forcefully to be 50-50, but you have to be 50-50. No, I don't agree with that thing. Just because at the end of the day, we're made to be not equal in such thing, only doing things, but we are not equal. Even you said by yourself that in mentally we have the one mind, but on terms of thinking and implementing, you can be good on saying things, but theoretical, but practically, if you are not good, you are not good. Nothing will change that. It was made to be like that.
And the world is so cruel. Look at the child who's going to be raped by this man. Who's
Thank you for this discussion and so on. And I let you small text about this gender issues and how to integrate this gender perspective, and also like about the origins of the oppression of women and so on. So because we don't have time to speak about everything today. Yeah.
njengamntu ongumama masilingane